This is your primetime forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. Dr. Don's Weather is made possible by the Randolph County Commission, East Alabama Waste, Southern Auction Solutions, Genesis Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Auction 431 South, the Salem Auction House and Bama Diesel Repair. From the Alpha Weather Center, powered by Fincher Fence, Estate Masters, Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery, Southern Union State Community College and the venue at 5 Points Farms, here's Dr. Don.
Well, you've made it to your Friday, East Alabama and West Georgia. Good morning to you. Time now for your primetime forecast for November 15th, 2024. It is National Drummer Day. If you know a drummer, say hey. It is also National Recycling Day, National Clean Out Your Refrigerator Day. Mine needs that. And it is National Steve Irwin Day. Thank you, Estate Masters Full Service Landscaping, Rock Work, and Tree Service for being a partner with us here on Dr. Don's Weather. You can get in touch with Estate Masters at 334-744-2616. You can also email Holly at EstateMastersLLC.com, or you can check them out on Facebook. But either way, be sure you get in touch with Estate Masters today and tell them thank you for being a partner with us here on Dr. Don's Weather. After all, it is for you. And get your ducks in a row with Dukas. Call Jamie Dukas at 256-831-7770. Let him show you how he can save you money and, in a lot of cases, increase your insurance coverage. And he can handle your personal and commercial insurance in both Alabama and in Georgia. High pressure building back in after all of the windy, rainy conditions that we have seen over the past 24 hours or so. That rain hung in there pretty good up here in northeast Georgia. It was well into the afternoon before we dried out yesterday. And nice and cool and clear this morning all across East Alabama and West Georgia. It will remain dry and cool through the weekend. Our next storm system will be in here Tuesday night into Wednesday. Maybe Monday night we could see a few showers. And then Tuesday night into Wednesday, the way it looks right now. And then much colder air will arrive for Thursday through Friday of next week. Now, you're seeing a lot of stuff out there on Facebook about a hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico and major cold Arctic air blowing in from the northwest. And the two are going to combine and cause this major winter hurricane across the United States. Folks, that is called fear-mongering. Don't buy into all of that nonsense. Yes, there is a chance that we will be unseasonably cool toward the end of next week. And yes, there is a tropical storm down in the Caribbean. And it may eventually end up in the Gulf of Mexico, but the two are not going to merge and cause some big, huge, major winter storm. And even if we do get some precipitation from that storm and the cold air is in place, we're not looking at major snow across Alabama or Georgia. If anything, we're looking at maybe a novelty snow across Tennessee and Kentucky. And maybe a flurry across extreme North Alabama and North Georgia. That's a big, huge maybe right now. The fact of the matter is, we don't know exactly where Sarah's going to go. We don't know exactly how strong Sarah is going to be. And we don't know exactly how strong this cold Arctic air is going to be next week. So stop buying into all that stuff you see out there on Facebook. Turn to folks you know you can trust. That would be James Spann. That would be Dr. Don's Weather. That would be your major media outlets in both Birmingham and Atlanta, and even Columbus and Montgomery. Those folks are, I'm just a messenger. I bring you what the meteorologists are saying. I don't try to change the forecast. I don't add my spin to it. And I don't throw fear-mongering out there to get you to click through my site. I just tell it like it is, and we're honest about it. So don't buy into all that nonsense you're seeing out there on the on the World Wide Web this morning. All right, speaking of tropics, this is what's going on as of 3 a.m. this morning. The center of Tropical Storm Sarah was located near latitude 16.0 north, longitude 85.1 west. Sarah's moving toward the west near maybe 9 miles per hour. A continued westward motion at a slower forward speed is expected over the next day or so. A slow west-northwest motion is forecast late Saturday. On this track, the center of Sarah will continue to move close to the northern coast of Honduras through early Saturday, and then approach the west coast or approach the coast of Belize early on Sunday. Maximum sustained winds are 45 miles per hour with some higher gusts. Some slight strengthening is possible during the next couple of days when the center of Sarah moves over water to the north of Honduras. Now, here's the $64 million question. So when Sarah moves back out into the southern Gulf of Mexico, where does she go? And I show you this graphic, and I ask you to take it with a grain of salt, because this could change. It could change drastically. Right now, we think across central or north central Florida is the best option for Sarah. But you have to understand, this trough that we're talking about next week, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, is going to have everything in the world to do with exactly where Sarah goes next week. If the trough gets in here a little bit quicker than expected, it could shun Sarah further to the south. If the trough is a little bit slower than expected, it could shun or pull Sarah a little bit further back up to the north. We just don't know just yet, and I think it's probably going to be Sunday before we have a good handle on exactly what Sarah is going to do, how strong Sarah will be, how that northern end of the moisture is going to interact with any cold air that may be in place next week. But again, we're talking about Tennessee, Kentucky, and points north. We're not talking about East Alabama and West Georgia here as far as any of that white stuff is concerned with this particular storm system coming up on next week. And yes, it is way too early for us to start throwing that S word around. We're not there yet, folks. We're not even in the month of December. So everybody sit back down and take a deep breath. We got plenty of time. All right, let's take a look at the current conditions at the 5 Points Farms down in Chambers County, Alabama. We're talking 47 degrees at this hour. Winds out of the north-northeast at 1, gusting to 4. Humidity 97%. The barometric pressure at 30.07. Dew point 46. The high temperature yesterday 62.9. We currently have clear skies. Sunrise this morning was at 6:14, and the sun sets this evening at 4:41 p.m. It's going to be a nice day. We're talking clear skies. Temperatures will get up into the mid-60s for your afternoon high. We'll hit 64 in Roanoke, 65 in LaGrange. Pine Mountain tops out at 65, and Dadeville will hit 67 degrees this afternoon. 6-day forecast from the Alpha Weather Center. Jamie Dukas, your local Alpha agent for your Friday. Mostly sunny, 64. For those of you still alive in the high school football playoffs in Alabama, and for round 1 of the high school football playoffs in Georgia tonight, we're looking at a very nice night for high school football. 64 your high today will dip into the 50s by the time we kick off tonight all across the region, and maybe down into the mid-50s, maybe even lower 50s by the time we get to the fourth quarter. 40 will be your overnight low this evening. And then for Saturday, mostly sunny, 68 degrees. Beautiful Saturday. If you're going to college football, 43 your overnight low on Saturday night, and then on Sunday, mostly sunny, 69 degrees. As we head into next week, Monday will be mostly sunny as we moderate up into the low 70s. That chance of rain will creep into the forecast on Monday night after midnight with a 30%. And then on Tuesday, we think Tuesday is going to be the wet day. We're looking at a 60% chance of rain Tuesday and on Tuesday night. And there is a outside small chance we could hear a rumble of thunder or two. It just depends on the exact timing of the storm system next Tuesday. If the bulk of this comes through around noon or into the early part of the afternoon, then thunder becomes more likely. 70 will be your high temperature out there on Tuesday. You see, our temperatures it's just way too warm here in Alabama, so forget that nonsense out there on Facebook. 58 will be your overnight low Tuesday night. Rain continues, and then on Wednesday we start to see the rain pull on off to the east. Our temperatures will start to plummet on Wednesday afternoon. We'll get down into the low 40s on Wednesday night, maybe a sprinkle or two still hanging around. And then by the time we get to Thursday, especially Thursday night of next week, we may be flirting with the mid-30s across East Alabama and West Georgia, and that'll be cold enough to see perhaps some pockets of frost on the pumpkin as you get up on Thursday morning, but the precipitation will be long gone by that time. Southern Union State Community College Live Doppler HD radar this morning, scanning the entire southeastern United States, showing no precipitation across East Alabama or West Georgia. Don't forget to support Dr. Don's Weather when you can. We appreciate it, and that's what keeps us going here. There's multiple ways you can do that. You can go to our website, drdonwx.com. or at the top of this video on Facebook, bottom of the video on YouTube, you'll find multiple different links in different ways to support Dr. Don's Weather. One of the things you can do is go to our weather store and pick up a coffee cup, t-shirt, or baseball cap. Part of the proceeds from those sales come back to support us here at Dr. Don's Weather. You can also just send us a donation from PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and we love those Facebook stars. Do all the social media things that keeps us on your news feed. You need to do things like us, follow us, share us with your friends, ask them to share with their friends, and make sure you comment on our videos quite frequently. That keeps us in front of you on your news feed. If you don't interact with us, at least every other day or so, then we'll fall off of your news feed and you won't get notified on Facebook when we go live to cover severe weather. That's why we preach to you to head over to YouTube and subscribe to Dr. Don's Weather and click that little notification bell, because YouTube works differently. You'll get a push notification whether you interact with us or not over on YouTube when we go live to cover severe weather. So check us out on YouTube, Facebook, X, and Discord. And be sure you join our Discord community, because you get some special perks on Discord when we go live to cover severe weather. That'll do it for today's forecast. Good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. I'll see you back in here first thing tomorrow morning. Have a fantastic Friday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.
This has been your primetime forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia. From the Alpha Weather Center, powered by Fincher Fence, Estate Masters, Southern Union State Community College, the venue at 5 Points Farms and Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery, Dr. Don's Weather is supported by the Randolph County Commission, East Alabama Waste, Southern Auction Solutions, Genesis Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Auction 431 South, the Salem Auction House, and Bama Diesel Repair. Be sure to like us on Facebook, share us with all of your friends, and subscribe to Dr. Don's Weather on YouTube. We will be back tomorrow morning with another edition of your Primetime